Hi guys, Laura from Designer's Edge Salon. Although I'm sure you probably know who I am. I thought I would take this moment, I have my little notes, because I want to cover some stuff with everybody so they understand with COVID-19 how it's going to affect the salon once it reopens. As of right now, Governor Wolf has the stay-at-home orders till May 8th. I don't know if that's going to change. Now they have the red, yellow, and green. Everything is very unsure. I'm not really sure. So right before we do open, I will let everybody know that the salon will be getting a really super deep cleaning, sanitizing. We're very good about keeping our salon clean anyway. So I guess I just want to cover with everybody kind of with the new rules and regulations, and everything's going to change. I mean, that's what they say. Everything's changing, and believe me, within my industry, it's changing quite a bit. There's no social distancing in hairstyling. So we're going to be required to follow a lot of stringent rules and regulations to be open. So I just thought I'd go over some of them with you today. Through all of this, we've held strong. We've done fine. No help from the federal government whatsoever. We don't qualify for a lot of things. Still haven't received any type of stimulus. But we're doing okay. Just want to let everybody know that I really miss them. And just to kind of cover some stuff, because everything's going to change a little. Well, actually, it's going to change a lot. So here are some of the procedures we'll have to follow. Now, I don't know what our actual state board is going to say we have to do, or the actual state, or if we just follow CDC guidelines, and they're all over the place. But I have been watching salons opening in other places like Georgia, which that's all you see on the news. So I just want to kind of give you a layout of the land to see how things are going to change. It's a little scary for me, especially as a salon owner and a stylist, just the impact it's going to have, and I'll kind of go over that in a little bit. So I want to go over masks. Masks, the first thing. Everybody is going to be required to wear a mask. I will have to wear a mask. This client, I believe, is going to have to wear a mask. And something that irritates me, and I'm just going to say it, and if I get bad from it, I get bad from it. I don't like wearing masks, but I will wear masks because, in my opinion, it's not about you. I wear a mask so I protect the person in my chair. So even though I don't like doing it, I'm not griping about it. I hear too many people griping about it. I don't like wearing a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. Whatever. Wear your mask. It's not for you. It's not about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. It's about keeping other people from getting infected. And I happen to love my clientele. I happen to miss all my people. They're my people, and I miss them. So I'm going to do what I have to do to be in business. Now, with masks, the other issue I'm having, or my thought process, is a lot of salons I see are having masks available to give to the client. Well, I don't know where I'm going to get masks from right now. Unless they come up with something, woohoo, all of a sudden that I can order them. My dad ordered masks over a month ago from Amazon, and he still has not received them. So I'm not sure how the mask thing. I would hope everybody has a mask by now if you're required to wear it when you go out. Gloves, another issue. I have plenty. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be required to wear gloves throughout the service, if only at certain times. I'm not quite sure how all that's working. But and hopefully with my distributors, supplies are becoming a little bit of an issue with me too. I'm just hoping I can still get everything I was able to get before. Fingers crossed. Okay, so another thing in the salon that's going to change is no magazines. Can't have any type of reading material. I have some ladies that really like, while they're under the dryer, to read a magazine. They're going to have to bring their own. Or, you can use your phone. A lot of people just use their phone, but there are those that like their magazines. So there won't be any magazines. Refreshments. A lot of salons have opted to not give refreshments, not have the self-serve refreshments anymore, like the coffee and the sodas and things like that. We will continue to do that. We will not have self-serve. I haven't quite decided whether we're going to go to um, disposable cups, or if we're just gonna, I mean, we wash our mugs. I mean, they never get reused. They get washed with hot soapy water anyway. So I haven't quite decided how we're gonna do that. I mean, we may give the option, whichever. That's one more supply I have to carry, cups. Appointment times. This is something that is going to be huge. And it's going to be huge to all hairstylists. Like I say, a lot of us in the hair industry, everything I'm reading, have not had luck getting any assistance from the federal government whatsoever. So then when we go back to business, we will only be allowed one client at a time. So a lot of my ladies know I might put your root touch-up on, and then while you're sitting and processing, I put the other lady's touch-up on. And then while she's processing, I finish you, and then vice versa, you know, how that works. Well, that won't happen anymore. One client at a time. Which means in the long run, and I think this is where the most major impact in our industry is going to come in, is that we're going to be making about half as much as we did before, because we'll only be able to do half the amount of people we could do before. I already work an ungodly amount of hours when I work, so opting for another day, I love you, but I physically can't do that. And I know Kim can't do that either. So we have decided, and I think the most fair way of doing it is we left everybody's appointments on the book. So we will be contacting everybody to let them know, and we will start with the first person that missed their appointment and on. I think that's the most fair way to do it. We're only going to be able to do so many people at a time, and I just hope I don't get a lot of butthurt feelings going on. I love everybody, but I'm only one person. Kim's only one person, and we're also, times are going to have to be extended. So, for instance, a 30-minute short haircut is now going to be 45 minutes to an hour, because we have to at least lot 15 minutes to sanitize everything, because everything is going to have to be sprayed down. Everything is going to have to be wiped down. Every one of our implements we use will have to be sanitized. Scissors, combs. We've always used a different cape on every person, and then they get washed. So, and we don't reuse towels on anybody. I mean, that's just always been our standard way of doing things anyway. So that's really not going to affect us any. But, you know, that's one thing I've heard people saying, buying disposable capes and all this kind of stuff. We don't need to do that. I have plenty of capes, and we've always been that way. We've always been very high on sanitation. The thing is now, I mean, we're really going to have to go much deeper. And here's my other thing with sanitation. There's certain things I can get a hold of, but hand sanitizer, where am I getting any hand sanitizer? I don't know. Where am I getting sanitizing wipes? I haven't been able to find any. Now, I do have other things we can spray down and wipe down, and one of the cleaners that Keith has actually says on it that it kills COVID, the COVID virus, or coronavirus. It says coronavirus on it. So, I mean, I have some things, but getting supplies for these things is going to be a little tough. We have to disinfect everything between clients, everything. So here's where I feel like maybe some issues are going to kind of come into place. We'll only be able to do about half the people we did before. Because before, like I say, do a color, and I might do a cut while they're processing, or I might put another color on. None of that anymore. And those times will have to be extended. So, I mean, really, us in the beauty industry, we're going to be taking a 50% cut in our pays, pretty much. I don't know how to do it any differently than that. I mean, we're gonna. I'm just hoping that my overhead doesn't exceed what I'm going to be able to bring in. I think that's going to be the biggest issue for small businesses out there. It's am I going to make enough to pay my overhead and still have money to pay my bills? So, and with taking such a drastic cut. Now, one other thing I do want to touch base with for those that once you do get in to get color, you're going to have quite a bit more roots unless you've touched it up yourself. But if we have to use more product, there's probably going to be a little bit of an extra charge. And, I'm not one to overcharge anybody, but I do have to cover my expenses now. So little things we used to give away, we probably won't be able to give away anymore, which is sad. It's not something I want to do, but I may have to. I mean, just for instance, I have an Italian color line. Now, I've been told it's not going to be an issue to get color, but we'll have to see. I'm hoping that's the case because I love my color line. So, just supplies in general are going to be hard to get. I mean, think hand sanitizer, wipes, gloves, the things that are flying off the shelves. Hell, you still can't even buy toilet paper at the grocery store. Okay, so let me get back to where I was. I'm getting off track a little bit. So I'm just asking everybody kind of realize we're going to do everything we can do to get everybody in that we can get in as quick as we possibly can, but we're only human. And I know you've waited a long time to get your hair done, but I don't want anybody to get all mad or upset. Or we will do this the most fair possible way we possibly can, and we will get you in as quickly as we possibly can. Now, I still don't know an opening date, so we'll see. I don't know when we fall into the yellow stage, and I don't even know if hair salons will be included in the yellow stage, so I'm not quite sure how things are doing it. I read an article the other day about a salon, or one of the salon things, that if you would come into my salon and they would trace it back to you got COVID-19 from us, that I could be liable if, say, you died in a wrongful death. I could be liable for that. So I have to look into that too. That's weighing on me a little bit hard. So, what my liabilities are, my cost for supplies is going to go up for different things I need. The fact I'm going to be making less income. There's a lot of things that have been weighing heavy on me, and I've been doing a bunch of research, and I will continue to research, and I will always bring you the best possible thing I can to everybody. But like I say, I'm only human. Kim's only human. We can only do what we can do. So I just kind of wanted to cover that a little bit. Our safety has all our salon, the cleanliness and the safety of our clientele has always been huge with us. So we're never going to lapse on that. It's just going to add even more steps to go even farther in that. So I don't know if this all helped. I haven't figured out, like I say, I don't have a start date yet. Nobody wants to get back to work more than I do. I miss my peoples. I miss every one of you. Mwah. But I'm very thankful. My family's been fabulous. I have to give the biggest shout out to my landlord, Steve, because without him, I probably wouldn't be in business right now. So he's the best. And I can't wait to see everybody again. This has really been trying on everybody. And I just want to do it the right way. I don't want to get anybody sick. I don't want to get sick. And we're all in this together, and we'll get through it. But for everybody that's been there for me, I have to give you a big shout out, and we will get through this. We will get back to doing hair, and we will have you all looking beautiful again. I love y'all. See ya.